Hey guys, today I have an open tag for you. What do you have in your collection that you spent too much money for? I don't mean you spent a lot of money and later on you found out that you overspent for. I mean the items in your collection that you knew going in that it was a lot of money and you spent it anyway. Did you spend, hundreds of dollars even for a super rare title that you just had to have to complete your collection? Did you overspend on a title because of childhood memories and so you went with one of the more expensive titles out there? Just what did you get and why did you overspend for it? Well, in my case, it's a couple homebrew games. First of all, I got Donkey Kong for the Intellivision, and then I just have received Boulder Dash for the Atari 2600. Now, yes, this version of Donkey Kong takes the nasty taste out of the mouth of the lousy original version. But I have a super version as good as playing it under MAME, the arcade under MAME, for the Color Computer 3, and I got it for free. And Boulder Dash, I'm sure I could get for just a few bucks, a lot better quality copy on consoles that are, with better capabilities. So why did I get this? Well, because I want to see people continue to develop homebrew games for the consoles that I like, for the consoles that I collect for. And if you're going to do that, you're going to have to provide some support, because these guys aren't selling hundreds of thousands of copies. They're selling hundreds of copies. If they're lucky, they're selling hundreds of copies. So, if they're selling this for $70 or $80, they're making a tiny fraction of what the company that's selling hundreds of thousands, even millions of copies of a next generation title for nearly as much money are making. So, and if they're spending, if they're getting 50 or 60 and they're getting hundreds of thousands of millions of copies sold, they can get their development costs back and make some serious money. But when you're selling, hundreds of copies, if you're going to justify it at all, even though I'm sure this is very much a labor of love for these guys, if you're going to do it at all, you've got to be, you've got to charge that much. And so, it comes down to, do you support these games or don't you? Well, I've chose to support them. Not that I'm going to get every homebrew out there. I try to kind of pick my spots. But that's the reason that I've overspent on these games. And, I don't, in terms of them being a homebrew, I don't think they're overpriced for the homebrew market. But when I consider that, I could easily get 50 titles for what I've spent from these two, then yes, that is overspending. So that's my question. That's my answer to the question. What do you have in your collection that you've overspent for? Leave a comment. Much better. Leave a video response to this tag. Look forward to seeing your video responses. And as always, more later.